They beat us in every facet of the game, played really well, and just credit to them and their program, and they kicked our butt tonight.
Coach, you guys are up, I think, 22-16. They go on that huge run. So kind of what did you see during that stretch?
Unfortunately, it's a lot like happened in the Richmond game. We had a lead, in that game also, and our offense really let us down at that point. You have a chance to, whether it's taking care of the basketball, whether it's making shots that you have to make around the basket or knocking in an open shot, and you don't, and you give a team that's a really good ball club a chance to get out and get rhythm going. We got in some foul trouble, so we went to the zone. That got Hodge that three, and that kind of opened it up for him a little bit. But in the end of the day, I thought our offense in that stretch, outside of an offensive rebound we gave up, they got a kick-out three on an offensive rebound that I thought was a huge possession. And once they got going, and obviously May got on a real burner, they were hard to stop.
Obviously, you guys are hitting threes in that stretch and getting the offense going. Did it feel like guys are just going away from what was working, or what did you see?
No, you know what I think is, and we just talked about that in the locker room, I think sometimes hitting those threes for us can be a little bit of fool's gold. And what I mean by that is, I know we're capable of making threes, but we're not a team that is a 25-attempt three-point shooting team. Okay, and again, credit to Wilmington and their game plan. And we knew what it was going in. They were going to try and protect the paint 100%. And that's what probably every team will do that faces us this year. They're going to want to protect the paint. We wanted to protect the paint. The difference is, through their first few games, they have been scoring in the paint and the free throw line, and the three ball hasn't been active for them. Obviously, the three ball has not been active for us the first few games. It's been paint and free throws. And here's the difference. They continued to get to the free throw line tonight. They obviously got there, I think, 28 times, I believe it was. But the three-point shot, they make 14 of them. And once May got going again, he was very difficult to deal with. We know what kind of shooter he is. There was no misconception of what he could do, what Ross can do, as well as Hodge has been playing coming into this game. The numbers say focus. We knew it, and we did a nice job on Hodge. But we know what Ross is, what May is, and you know what? They made us pay. We've struggled at that four spot guarding. Ross made us pay, and May was fantastic tonight.
Were you two starters tonight, and Eli and Corey kind of struggled at times offensively. Just how are they finding the footing right now? How much of that is a work in progress?
It's obviously a work in progress. We got to keep our head down, chipping away at it to get better. I've seen both those guys play well. I know what Corey Culker's capable of. I know it hasn't showed here maybe in these first few games, but I believe in him, and I know what he is capable of. We do have to figure out that fourth position. We do. We have to get some production, whether it's Reed Kaysen, whether it's Eli DeLaurier, whatever. Eli had 11 rebounds the other night, but we need some productivity on the offensive end of that spot. And the reason we do is because we are giving up a little bit on the defensive end with them guarding guys like Ross at times, guys that can play off the bounce, shoot the basketball, because we have two traditional bigs in there. So, yes, we need to get that. But I know Corey's going to keep his head down and keep working. He's a phenomenal person. He's a hard worker. It hasn't gone his way right now. But the real wise coach told me before the game, he said, man, sometimes you got to be able to take a punch as much as anything so that you can get better and and we took a punch tonight. Not only take a punch, we got knocked out. But we'll get up.
Tonight, just their timetable for his return?
I wish I knew. He's a huge. The two guys we're missing are big, and they're just veteran, senior, athletic guards. That's probably where we're short right now, where we're missing, because those are the guys, as the question was pertaining to getting downhill and getting in the paint. And so we start making a couple threes early, and we almost fall in love with it, and we go away from, hey, we got to get the ball to the paint, we got to get it. And I think Jay, who will be with us this season at some point, understands that. He just talked to the team about that in the locker room. We won't have Trevion LeBeau, so I can't think about it, but he surely understood it. He understood that we need to get the ball to the paint, and you have to get it there through whether it's offensive rebounding, post-feeding the ball, posting up your guards, or driving the basketball. And right now we truly only have one guard we can post up, and that's obviously Jordan.
Foul trouble has been kind of an issue at times for you guys. Is that just learning how to play aggressive defense without foul? What are you seeing there?
Yeah, obviously the tape will tell me when I go back and look at it. Through the first two games, I know what it was, and we made an adjustment. I thought we were much better in our last game. It was turnovers. That was our Achilles heel last game, as we know. And then this game we come in and we take care of the basketball, and it becomes the fouls. And, we can't afford right now for Gio to have to keep subbing him in and out because he's at 3-4 fouls. We took him out 3, went in, he picked up a silly one. And we just got to keep working on it because he's so important to our team. We got to keep him in the game. Foul trouble will hurt any team, especially when you're at a little bit of lack of depth, which we do right now.
At least Tybo, it seems like he's not shy to take a shot out there. Do you want to see guys kind of be aggressive like that?
I love how Tybo's playing. Again, foul trouble got us with him. We were in a situation without Jay, a little bit thin on the bench. We were playing well, so we kept Tybo in the game. And he picked up a cheap one, and that ended up hurting us because we had to sit him the rest. But, sometimes you say you don't want to foul your own guy out that's playing well. So 2 fouls, you look at it and you say, well, he's really a good source of our shooting and offense right now. He's playing aggressive. He was defending well. So you roll with it. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. And he unfortunately picked up a 3rd foul. But I do believe Tybo he's a sophomore, but he's basically a redshirt freshman based on the minutes he played last year. He'll learn. Tybo's going to be an excellent player. He'll learn, hey, I got to be smart. I can't pick up a cheap one. We got a lead right now. Coach is leaving me in the game. I can't pick up a cheap one. But we'll learn from that.
I know the percentages say obviously from 3 for them, but how did you feel like you guys did in terms of contesting on the perimeter?
Well, I thought everything was working to plan, and then May got going. May really got going. And when May got going, I think Walsh hit 2 in the first half. Look, we weren't trying to give Walsh threes by any means, by no means. But when we have 2 bigs out there and one of their bigs can pick and pop and stretch the floor, it's tough. It's tough, because we want to protect the paint. And Walsh made us pay. He made those. And again, the stat line that I look at, everyone is going to look at, obviously they're going to look at how well Christian May played. And he was fantastic. He was absolutely fantastic, all the credit. But Greedy, 10 assists. I thought that was dynamic. And the one that was really tough for us was Noah Ross to get 16. And he hits 3 threes. He does it at the 4 for them. He plays. And that's a real mismatch for us. And we got to figure that out. And that's something we talked about in there, and our guys understand that. But to your point, I thought Walsh, Ross posed a problem for us with the way they shot the ball tonight. And then you on top of it, you put the cherry on the sundae, and May is playing like Steph Curry out there and stuff. They were contested shots. His 4th, 5th, and 6th 3 were about as tough as they get. Off the bounce, step backs, hand in his face. But hey, good players knock him down, and he's a good player, and he knocked him down.
Time for one more.
You just mentioned, you and Jay kind of talked to locker room. What is kind of the message now as you get ready for Friday?
We got to shore up our identity. Our guys got to understand what our identity is. Okay, we're not going to become a team that's just going to win the game because we're going to be a great 3-point shooting team. That doesn't mean we can't shoot the ball well. And that's where our guys right now are in this, trying to figure it out. Just because you are not an elite 3-point shooting team doesn't mean you can't shoot the ball well. And our guys got to understand that balance. That we're not going to win many basketball games if we have 20 points in the paint. That's just the truth. If we have 20 points in the paint and 11 points from the free throw line, we're not going to win as many games as we want to go try and attempt to win. And that has to happen through getting the ball to the bigs, through posting the guards that are capable of posting, and our other guards, albeit not big, strong guards, getting downhill and creating off of plays in the paint. And we talked about that. It's what Jay and I talked about. It's what the team talked about. And we will make that adjustment. But I didn't think we did a very good job of that tonight. But I give all the credit to Wilmington. They did a heck of a job.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for